Hello guys, Tibster here, Typhon. As you know, the new beast has arrived. So today's video is we're just going to have a bit of a closer look at it. I'm going to show you around it and we'll have a look at some of the parts. The first thing here is we've got new wheels and tyres, and you can see compared to the version 3 these are more of a knobbly tyre, and you squeeze them in. Hopefully there's not going to be that much ballooning. Now these are, if you can, I don't know if you can see it, but they are Qatar D boots, and then you've got this, you've got the Arrma logo here, and these are sat on a 17mm hex, and then they're screwed on with a 17mm nut. So that's a nice big size. So if we look at the steering here and these ball knuckles, you can see they're actually quite big, quite big and sturdy. And if I get the rule on here, when you look in there, that's got to be, I can't quite see, but I think you're looking at about 10 to 12mm there. So that's quite big, quite solid, obviously quite strong. And even if you look at these arms, these plastic arms, I mean this top one, it's, I can't quite see, but that's getting on for what? About 8mm thick, something. Let's try another way. Probably 10mm thick even. So really thick, and strong. So I've turned the steering round here. See all this hub, and you can see that they've put some sort of device on here now, which is supposed to be an anti-pop device. I've not took it to bits, so I'm not sure how that works, but and the same here and this metal part here, but it's supposed to be some sort of system to prevent these from popping out and not having to push them back in. So I'll be curious to see how good these work, because like I said, they're quite big, aren't they? Quite chunky, and they look really strong. So moving on to these shock towers, and they are metal, and they also look quite thick. Now if we get the calipers on here, I mean that's kind of like, it's touching 5mm, that. So 5mm metal, and the rear ones are the same. So that's going to be really strong. And we've got these little cap covers at the top as well. They're only plastic, them. I'm assuming you can get some metal ones, so that's probably a good upgrade to do. Because if you're landing upside down, I would imagine that's a point that hits. So I'll have a look for that. Perhaps replace them with metal ones, but for now they have got the plastic ones on the front and rear. I took the body off, and I'll have a look inside. So we'll start near the front, and you can see here the horn is a metal one. It's not plastic, it's metal. And then it's got the BLX 185 ESC system in it. This then runs the BLX 6S brushless motor, and it's got the new quick release here. So you've got two screws here. If you undo this, it'll slide out and makes it really easy for taking the motor out, and obviously changing the gears if you have to. So the standard gear on here that come, I've not counted it, but it says on the book that it's a 14 tooth. It says it's a 14 and onto a 50 and they're both metal gears. Now this does come with what they call a high-speed gear, which is here, and that is a 20 tooth, but only recommended high-speed runs as opposed to bashing, starting and stopping. Now they've changed the connectors as well. So what we have now, we've got these new connectors. I think they're IC5, I think they're called, or EC5. So what I've had to do, I've bought obviously the adapter for Dean's. A bit long really, but it'll do for now. I'll see if I can get some that are just a connector rather than a connector wire and connector, but they're quite tight them. That's certainly not going to come out of there. So we've got 2 for 2 batteries, or you get a piece that you can loop it and you can just have 1 battery. You can see you've got the centre braces. Now these are only plastic, but they're quite thick. I get my meter on there. I mean, that's kind of like between 7 and 8 milli thick. That's front and rear. So they should be quite strong then. However, I have seen you can get metal upgrades, which is probably something I'll do at some point. I'll try and show you this view, just so you can see the setup of this tail fin at the rear. And I think it's been dropped a little bit and slightly different design. However, don't quote me on that. But I think I read somewhere where they said they've just altered this little bit, and you can see the support brackets for this, and they're quite thick as well. I mean, I'm going to put that little gauge on there, and that's kind of 6 milli mark. So you've got the 2 braces there that 6 milli thick, which and quite thick. That should be quite strong. Again, you can see here it's the metal tower. Again, plastic caps. Well, yeah, I think I'll definitely change them. I'm trying to show you a different view from this new setup here. It's like, I'd call it quick release. I don't know what they call it, but we'll call it quick release. And you can see there you've got your 2 screws, and if you take that out, then this system here just slides straight out. Apparently, I haven't tried it, but it slides straight out. Makes it easy, really easy to get to and disassemble. So I think that's a really good idea. So just having a quick look underneath the car, you can see the chassis plate here, and that is metal. So you've got these little plastic kind of dust covers to try and help you know, your dust and your dirt going in the sides, but this is all metal. And see if we can get a measurement off this somewhere. It's maybe not the easiest, but I'm saying that's looking like about 3 milli thick, I'd say. You've got 3 milli thick metal bottom chassis plate. Now, Arrma have swapped these handsets. My last 2 Arrmas come with a tactic handset. For these later models, they're using the Spectrum, I don't know what it is, STX2 system. I've seen quite a few videos on YouTube where people are saying that they're not really too happy with these. I mean, my view is, I've not tried it yet, but my view is, don't knock it till you try it. However, I have to say that the actual feel of it, you know, and just the you know, general kind of touching it, it does feel cheap. You know, if I'm really honest with you, it does feel cheap when you've got obviously an expensive car and you get this compared to like maybe a Traxxas handset. It does feel cheap, but like I say, I've not tried it, and at the end of the day, if it does the job and if it works, then I'll be happy with that. So we'll see on its first run. So that's the end of the little tour, guys. I thought I'd do this video, just have a little bit of a closer look, in case anyone's interested, or you know, there's not so many videos on yet of a closer look. But there you have it. That's my new beast, my new basher. And all I can say is, keep your eyes open for the first run. Till later, guys. Top stuff.
Oh yeah.